A driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. We go from Denver. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Stays on his feet. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Partner, we've seen Melvin Gordon do it a variety of ways running the football. How about that last run? Had a little shake and bake to it there, didn't he?
He did.
Kind of reminded me of when he was at Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in a single game. At that time, that's the NCAA rushing record, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then a week later, Samaje Perine broke his record with 427 yards against Kansas. Flush to his right. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former Bronco All-Pro Chris Harris. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. A give. This is Chubb. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. At their own 13-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a seventh and eighth. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Alert, alert, alert. Alert, alert, alert.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39. Now Gordon on first down. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. And now you've got to make the change up. And it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, this from 37. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson buying time to his left. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They go play action now. Wilson. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
2nd and inches at the 37-yard line.
A give running right is Chubb.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert off of play action. James has got it, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Chubb, touchdown, Chargers. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They go play action with Wilson. Forced out to his left. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Check 9, check 9. 36.
36 power.
Alert. Check. Hey, easy.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
14, buddy.
On 1st down, it's Gordon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Push left. Up.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by McManus is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Herbert on first down now. And he fends him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Breaks a tackle. Ooh, with a juke. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now Wilson on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Alert. 19. There we go. 37's the Mike 37.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Good. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. 35. 44 to Mike. Mike's 44.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Herbert.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down, as good running gets him to about the 44.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit, because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. On first down, Justin Herbert.
And this one too low.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Herbert. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
DJ Jones
with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Ty Long now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9, second and goal. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Richie James, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Chargers 24, Broncos 10. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Second and 10. Now Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
A loss of 12 brings up third down.
36 power.
37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels...
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and 11. Handoff comes to Chubb. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
27 on the play. 1st down, Chargers.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 50, here's Herbert. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Randy Gregory. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
1st and 10.
Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Gun. 44's Mike. Check. I'm coming after you. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. That's complete. Okuegbunam. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Okay, 0. Check. Good job right there.
Throwing again here, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
14.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Dancing to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert O. His fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Now McManus for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Running right through him. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Herbert. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Throwing, Herbert. And this is Cook with a grab. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And his kick here is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I tell you, these division games